matchup between the Detroit Lions and the Cincinnati Bengals. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Set. Leo. And Tusa. Hey.
On first down, Waters. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check three.
Here's Jackson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10.
Jet bombers. Sponge. No. Check 37. Ready.
They'll try the left side. It's Waters. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Here we go. 15 line. Here we go. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Get it.
From the gun, Jackson. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Taken in at the 11.
Ready. 60 oars. I got you, son. Check hot route. Hot. Pilot, 64, weak.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Tackle made by the 3rd-round pick out of Louisiana, Tracy Walker.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Switch it. Smooth draw Corkers. Check. Hey, orbit.
Here's 2nd and 8. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Go now.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it's going to be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
On first down, Woody going deep downfield for Ross. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for the Bengals. 54 yards. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
At the Lions' 20-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
General West. Snap.
Now it's Mixon running right. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Ready up.
40, Mike 40. Yeah, that's what I do.
Hey, 61, matchbox lights.
To throw on third down, Woody. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Devon Kennard. With a big-time sack on third down, it's a loss of 7. And his kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40.
Go, go. Smooth. Ready to go.
56 to Mike.
Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Protein spill. Go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd.
Come on, QB, come on. 58, boy, 58, 58, Mike. Watch one. And 58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike. Yeah. You don't want none.
Hey, Haywood.
58.
Ready?
Jackson. He's going to air one out. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter Feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Hey, Wahoo!
Get him! He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash! He's crashing. He's checking.
Now Joe Mixon. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14.
Kill. Showing it, showing it.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. Oh, he's got some breathing room. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Corey Grant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Gain of 14. And the Lions 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, Charlie.
56, Mike, 56. Check. Mike, 56. Mike.
Hey, lock it. Go.
Now it's Jackson. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TV. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Jackson looking to throw on third. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Strong right, strong right, strong right. Hey. 4 down, 4 down, 4 down.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 17-0 our score after 1.
91.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. The toss play to Mixon. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Check 31, check 31.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Ready.
This is Grant. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
We know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Let's go one more.
Now it's the backup Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
The Lions on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Stafford. And Robinson with a big catch. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
Set. 280.
That's a run. They're running it.
Stay 50. Stay 50.
On first down, Stafford here. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They run the counter. Waters. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. The Lions on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey, Delta. Hey. 59.
From the 50, it's Stafford. And that will be incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20.
Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, an 80-yard touchdown. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
They'll run on first down. It's Waters. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
You got nothing.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Carl Lawson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here. Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Set, ready? 8, read.
Let's go. Watch tight end. Watch tight end.
On 3rd down, Woody. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he's going to be taken down about a yard shy of the first at the 29. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
And it's 3rd down.
Ready? Yellow 20!
Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Down. 30 base.
Right there. 40's Mike. Here we go. Here we go. Pick the edge. Pick the edge. Come. Watch the safety creep.
Let go.
Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Watch the screen.
Yo, go.
Mike 45.
Five.
Again, it's Mixon. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
3 down, 3 down.
It's Mixon on the counter. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Here's Drew Kaiser now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Jordan Willis. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Throwing is Stafford. And his throw here's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Middle.
3rd and long. It's Stafford. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Again, it's Mixon. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, he can have one go in the wrong direction. Mixon, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Right back to him on first down. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
56 to Mike.
From the 40 now on second down. Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
On third down, Waters. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
First down, Detroit.
Ready. 180. Watch the run. Watch the run. Good stop, baby. That's baby.
Hey, middle.
Mike's 4-2. Mike's 4-2.
Five.
Defense. Our time. This is our time. Mike 42. Mike 42. Check.
On first and 10, Stafford. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Here now is second and 10, again from the 41. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a third and long situation. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. A pretty good effort there, 9 yards, but not enough. We'll likely see the punt team now on fourth down. Here's Sam Martin now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
On the run, it's Mixon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. On first down, Mixon. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
You got it. You got it. You got it.
1 yard gain. Brings up second and 9. At their 48-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Boston Scott, his first carry. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Here's Scott. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
They'll run again with Bernard. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
We don't know no better.
They'll run with Scott.
Talking about.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now after the offsides penalty.
He's coming. It's our field.
6-6, pull it high.
Hey, it's our house.
On the carry, this is Scott. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. Now Scott, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go, let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a 1st down.
1st down, Lions.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Check to the middle, let's go.
Now a give, right side. It's Waters. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there, and a Lion 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Let's see what you got.
Now it's Stafford. This is caught by Robinson. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Stafford. James has got it, complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Waters. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Tackle made there by Nick Perry.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Hey, I'm coming. He's coming.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford. He finds Robinson. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
Hey, 70! Hey, Zoo! 56 to Mike.
Here's Stafford. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. 56, Mike.
Second down and goal. Stafford, and it's caught. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. So now Stafford will bring up the Lions, and they'll go for 2.
Mike, 22. 56.
Throwing again is Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground, and the Bengals grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed down. The Bengals recover. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The outlaw. We taking wins home. Get it.
On second down now, it's Grant. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Go now. 15 line. 15 line. 61, Matchbox Lights. Hey, seam 6, seam 6. Hey, go on, Mike 40, Mike 40. I got you, punk. 40's Mike, 40's Mike. Watch the curl, watch the curl. Shoot.
Back to throw. Woody finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10.
Take 4, take 4. Stay 50, stay 50.
On first down, it's Waters. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says.
Let's go. Set. 180. 58 to Mike. Hey, come on now. Come on now. Hey, Red. 58 to Mike. 58. Hey, Orbit.
Stafford. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. Call it a gain of 3. And it'll be a third and about 13. Throwing on third and long. Stafford into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 23-yard line.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like